Welcome to the Morning Update. I'm Erin Ramsey. The Prime Minister will begin official talks with New Zealand counterpart Jacinda Ardern today. Scott Morrison in Queenstown for the annual meeting with trade and tourism on top of the agenda. He says our country's Trans-Tasman bubble is something to be proud of.
It's an Anzac path that we've charted through this pandemic. We have gone our own way in this part of the world.
There will be discussions about expanding that bubble to other parts of the Pacific region. Victoria has begun day 4 of a COVID-19 lockdown with 49 active cases in the state. It comes as business leaders call for an end to statewide lockdowns. Paul Guerra from the Australian Chamber of Commerce and Industry says the Victorian government needs to look at alternatives like New South Wales has done.
Once the majority of at-risk Victorians are vaccinated, there's no reason why we should be locking down. We'd like to see, in this instance, regional Victoria given a clearance.
Meantime, there is growing concerns that Victoria's circuit breaker lockdown could be extended after a mystery case emerged yesterday. A worker at an aged care facility tested positive, sending the facility into lockdown. The search will continue in Queensland today for a surf skier who's missing off North Stradbroke Island. The 26-year-old man got into trouble while paddling with his friend on Saturday morning. His friend managed to paddle to a wharf by Saturday night, but the missing man has slipped away. And British Prime Minister Boris Johnson secretly married girlfriend Carrie Simons in London. The weekend wedding in front of a small group of family and friends was held at Westminster Catholic Church near Downing Street. They plan to celebrate their marriage in July. To sport, the NRL will decide the venue today for State of Origin 1 on June 9, with the MCG set to be ruled out due to COVID-19 in Melbourne. The New South Wales government has made a late bid to use Bankwest Stadium. In AFL, celebrations for Sydney after beating Carlton 100-78 at the SCG to be 6th on the ladder. And the Western Sydney Wanderers have kept their A-League finals alive with a 2-0 win over Brisbane Roar. And Naomi Osaka has been fined more than $19,000 for refusing to comply with mandatory media obligations at the French Open. She claims it affects her mental health. In entertainment news, Ed Sheeran has uploaded a video of himself and Friends actress Courtney Cox doing the routine. The dance was made famous on the hit sitcom when Ross and Monica performed it together. Courtney also shared the fun video. Simon Cowell has cancelled his scheduled appearance as a judge on the upcoming season of X Factor Israel. Cowell's staff advised him they had concerns over him taking part after the recent violence between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. And a win for Kim Kardashian. The reality star has been granted a temporary restraining order against a man she claimed was trying to get into her home. The man is accused of stalking her for months, claiming to be in love with her. That's your latest from the Nova podcast team. We'll see you this afternoon for another episode of The Update.